So, first and foremost, we talked a little bit about this. The position you have in the game, as opposed to the new guys that are coming in.
Yep.
What do you feel that you fall in between with?
I fall in honest music. I fall in being looked at and being held accountable. To not start up from the streets, get put on by the streets, get that cash, and then take off and forget about the streets. So I got a whole different level of commitment. Not saying that they ain't got that, but for me, the support of my city, who put me on their back 4 miles and took me where it was I needed to go and got the whole other state of Florida on me, I got a responsibility to them. So for me, I look at music now a little bit different than I looked at it 5, 6 years ago.
So I'm glad you said something about 5, 6 years ago. Let's talk about growth.
Yep.
You as an artist, of course, you've had the street records that, of course, everybody loves. Killers Ride Me When I Move. Then, of course, you had the records for ladies with the Shorty records. What's a record now that you're like, okay, I've grown, I'm a much better artist, that you feel like I can pull this record off anytime? Now I'm able to get this out.
I got a record called Paint a Picture that I just put out. Probably about a week or two ago. But it was just one of the records that's a special record to me. You know, it ain't probably one of the records you're going to hear in the club. It ain't one of the records that's going to probably get 10,000 spins at radio, but it was a much needed record. It was just a record about the system. The unjust in the system, should I say. And that's always been a big part of my makeup. So a lot of the records, kept it too real. A lot of them records that I made before,
that was a good record.
You know, Running My Mama Crazy.
That was
like them ain't the over the top records, but them the records that got a place. And they always hit home, so I try to make more of them. I've been making a lot more of them.
Next thing, record sales, or should we say download sales? I remember you had one line where you said ringtone numbers 1.5. So how do you feel about the downloading now for the music, meaning that, of course, people can go to these different sites and get records, but how people are still actually buying music now? They're still doing it. How does that affect you?
You're part of a situation, you know what I mean, that you and your camp, they still pushing numbers on that side. And I feel like when the product is good, people gonna go get it. I know a lot of times they tell you, man, if you come from the streets, you making street music, the streets don't support the streets, they bootleg you. That might be true. It's some truth in that. But I think if the product good, man, the quality of what you're doing good, people gonna follow it. So for me, I was just one of the first few artists that, on the street side, I was super good. At radio, I was super good. Digitally, I was super good. And I think for me now, I want to make sure, not that I chase the digital side or not that I chase radio now, I want to make the digital and the radio come together.
Okay, that's good. One more thing. What should people take from Plies now, as you've grown and, you know, these years have passed? What should they take from you now? What is something that your fans should go, he's always been about that, and this is what he stands for?
Honesty. I think that's my claim to fame. That's my niche. What I mean by honest, not just honest in music, but honest to the people that surround me, honest to my team, honest to my fans. Like, I ain't never get in this game and try to pull the wool over their eyes about nothing. You know, a lot of times too, when you walk in that line of honesty, sometimes it ain't always appreciated if you was walking the line of fantasy. You know, but for me, I can wake up every morning and know I stand on what I stand on. So, you know, for me, I came in the game that way. I'm gonna be able to lead the game that way. And the people who know me and always follow my career, and some of the people who's catching on to me now, I think that's one of the things that they appreciate about me the most.
What's up, Q45? You already seen this?
And hold on, for y'all go. I got changes in the for y'all go. All this before the interview and all that.
Oh, man.
For the last 15 minutes, man. I'd have been 2 minutes places with 4-5.
Oh, man.
This in prison they call it a humble lie. In prison it's called a humble lie. This him, all this professionalism, he that.
Yeah.
He that too.
Yeah, you know.
But boy, at some point, I'm going to bring y'all in the Q45 world for real. Stay tuned. I'm bringing it to you.
Yo, take over TV, Q45. Malik Abdul on the camera, man. You see what these Plies is there. Turn up.